What's up guys, Mixology Matt here. I'm your favorite mixologist here in Toronto. I do all types of events, classes, you name it. You want to spice up the party, I'm the guy for you. Today, we're going to be making one of the oldest cocktails, one of my personal favorites, the Old Fashioned. It's super simple. I'm going to show you the classic template, common mistakes that you should avoid, how to make it your own, and one of my personal favorite variations. Let's go. So now we're gonna make our old-fashioned cocktail. It's a super simple template that has 3 ingredients: spirit, sugar, and bitters. So for our bitters, we of course have to use the legendary Angostura Bitters. We're gonna start with 2 dashes here. Optionally, I like to throw in a little bit of orange bitters to add a really nice citrus punch to our cocktail. 1 dash. To make all those beautiful flavors pop, we're gonna use a little bit of Saline Solution. Like using salt in any other cooking setting, 2 drops of saline is gonna really bring out all the amazing flavors we wanna see in our Old Fashioned. For our sugar, we're going to take a little bit of Demerara Syrup. We're gonna do 1 nice bar spoon. And of course, we now have to talk about our whiskey. So, there are some purists out there that believe if it's not bourbon, it's not an old fashioned. I don't believe that. You can make an old fashioned with all types of whiskey and personally with all types of spirits. In this scenario, I'm using Lot 40's double oaked rye whiskey. Those rye flavors are gonna add a nice spice note that's really gonna complement our old fashioned and bring this to the next level. We're gonna do about 2 ounces of our rye whiskey. Now we stir our cocktail. So when we're stirring our cocktail down, we really want to make sure we're going to stir for at least 30 to 45 seconds. We want to add the proper amount of dilution. A good key indicator here is at least when our mixing glass is starting to frost up. You can probably see it right now. And of course, taste is very important. So now we're going to want to take a little bit, give it a nice taste. We know we've diluted to the right amount. Also, it's important to use good quality ice when we're stirring our cocktail. These are cold draft 1x1 cubes. They are gonna add the proper amount of dilution when we are stirring our cocktail. We are going to take our julep strainer. We're gonna strain this over a king clear cube. For our garnish, we're gonna use a fresh orange twist. Whenever we're using a citrus twist, we always want to make sure we get a nice thick piece so that we can express the oils easier. Express it over the cocktail and rub the edges of the glass with the oil. And there you have it. That is our classic Old Fashioned. Now that we've made our Old Fashioned, I'm going to give you my top 5 common mistakes to avoid when making an Old Fashioned. Number 1, no muddling. Unless you're using a sugar cube, I don't want to see muddled cherries, muddled oranges. It's just not the place for this cocktail. If you're doing the old-fashioned way with the sugar cube, go nuts, but I don't want to see any muddled cherries or oranges. Forget it. Number 2, not using good quality ice. I mentioned this in the video earlier. Using good ice is going to make this cocktail so much nicer when we're stirring it down. And especially for using a king cube, highly recommend investing in some good quality trays you can buy off Amazon. My 3rd common mistake is over garnishing. A simple twist is all you really need. We don't need a twist, a cherry, a dehydrated fruit. I've seen some bars and restaurants go absolutely nuts with the garnishes. This is not a Caesar. It's a very simple drink, so no need to go crazy with the garnishes. The next common mistake is not using a mixing glass. Whenever we're stirring our cocktails, we're always going to use a mixing glass, as that's the proper vessel when we're stirring any of our cocktails. From the Old Fashioned to the Manhattan to the Negroni, it doesn't matter. If we're stirring, ideally it is in a mixing glass, not in the glass. The last mistake, for the love of everything you hold dear, no soft drinks in the Old Fashioned. No Sprite, no 7-Up, no ginger ale. We're not in Wisconsin. I know they have their whole version of a old fashioned out there. I think it's borderline ludicrous, but hey, to each their own. But if you ask me to make an old fashioned, there ain't no chance in hell I'm adding anything carbonated to this classic cocktail. It's an old fashioned, it's meant to be simple. We're not adding soft drinks. As I mentioned earlier, feel free to make this template your own. Try subbing out the spirit, try using different bitters, and really have fun with the different syrups you can use. And there you go, you've got your own old fashioned. This variation of mine is an original cocktail called Maple Heart, and I'm gonna show you how it's made. To start, we're gonna use Nickel 9 Distillery's Aromatic Bitters. I'm gonna go a little bit heavy here with 3 drops. You know what, 4 for good luck, might as well. With every cocktail, we need our Saline Solution. This is a 20% saline solution. 2 drops is all we need. This cocktail is called Maple Heart, so we're using Jakeman's maple syrup. I do live in Canada, so using maple syrup in an old fashioned is an easy play. 1 healthy bar spoon. So for our spirit, I have a chai infused Jameson whiskey. I added in some orange peels, some honey bush, and some maple to really double down on those flavors with some of your other classic chai spices. It's a very unique take. If you want this recipe, put it in the comments and I'll gladly make a video on it. So we're gonna do about 2 ounces of our chai infused Jameson. Now we're gonna wanna stir our cocktail down. Like I mentioned earlier, we wanna go for at least 30 to 60 seconds here. We're gonna strain this over a nice king cube of ice. For our garnish, we're actually gonna use a lemon zest instead of an orange. This is really gonna brighten up our cocktail and have a nice contrast compared to the orange. So we're just gonna zest it right over top. Gonna make sure we get all the nice rim here. Beautiful. And I'm gonna keep it very simple and just slide it right in. And there you have it, my Maple Heart Old Fashioned. It's super simple. You can really customize the template 1,000 different ways. I'm really curious to see how creative you guys get in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, I'm Mixology Matt. I don't make drinks, I make smiles. Cheers.